Radio. All right, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on the Liberty TV radio. My name is Idafe Mathieu Soganer. Yeah, it looks like Amber running alone today. Unless Benedict comes in before the show runs out and Lagos traffic is holding him down seriously. How are you guys doing wherever you are across the world? Let's have 1 hour of fun. It's a very, very compact Friday for me. I woke up since about 3:15 a.m. Needed to write a proposal and then get the kids ready for school and then be trying to arrange some stuff in the house. Now I have to do the show at 10 o'clock. I need to go do some laundry work. And after that, I need to go to the market. I need to cook. Yes. And then after that, I'm sure my kids will be back from school. Few pizza food here and there. Do some homework. And it's very, very tight Friday. So let's do the show the best way. I almost did not want to show up for the show anyway. I almost okay, Benedict is going to take out Friday because my Friday is a little bit tight. I got cooking to do. I've got laundry work to do. I got a whole lot of stuff to do. But hey, let's do the show. And today, it's 9 days to the World Cup, right? Why not just, usher in what we'll be doing. Next week, we'll be talking more about the World Cup. From Wednesday next week, the conversation will just be about the World Cup. We saved it for not so long because we know that the league games are still going on. So let's focus on club, league, football, and all that. The World Cup team lists are beginning to show up. Okay? There's no more running away from it. Teams are registering their team now, 26 players. Where did we go? Once upon a time, it was just 15 players that you take to the World Cup, then it went to 18, then it went to 21, and then it went to 23. After the 1994 World Cup, now it's 26. One day we'll go to the World Cup and there'll be 30 players going to the World Cup like a full club, But hey, whatever it is, we don't mind. Who are the winners and losers of this World Cup? I'm talking of the countries that qualify, the team list that they've released so far. And then there was one name in the US team that raised a whole lot of furore, a whole lot of talk, hula baloo. Everybody was talking. Oh, preposterous, ridiculous. Some people were close to speaking in tongue. He ridiculous, he kiki, people preposterous. What thing they happen? Why would George Weah be the president of Liberia and his son is representing United States of America? Like, wait a minute. What's the big deal? I don't understand. Since when has that become a problem? Well, I don't know. It's one of those things that you just don't understand the rationale behind the anger, behind the whole conversation. Okay? But hey, it's one of those things that you see in life. You will live and will learn. So they say, so you learn from it. But I want to hear from you. You know how the show is. This show is not about me acting like I know it all or coming here to read script for you, things that you already know. But let's have a conversation. From the team list so far that have been released, okay, some countries are still holding it to their chest. They're still waiting. You know how those people who like to wait for last minute, even if they have it, no. Let's wait for deadline day. Let's wait. There's a deadline. There's a reason why they put deadline. So I'm going to wait for deadline. There are people who are waiting for deadline. Okay, I agree. But there are people who have released their own. So let's even start with all of those people that have released their team list, and then let's talk about it. Tammy Abraham is not going to the World Cup. Tomori is not going to the World Cup. Jordan Sancho is not going to the World Cup. That's for England. For some countries, we don't even know all of their players, not to talk of the ones that are not going, but those that are qualified, that's what we're focusing on. And the players that they've released, the what's it called? The ones that have released their team list and the rest. Please, let's talk about those. Let's even focus on England a bit. Does that team look to you like a team that can go all the way? Last time they were in the semifinals, and that's like, the highest since 1990. And before 1990 was 1966. Do you look at this team and say they can beat what they did in 2018? Let's have a talk on that. Okay, you can drop a comment on Instagram. I think from next week we'll have the phone lines back on Instagram and on the YouTube live stream. Let us know. If you have my WhatsApp number, I'm not going to call it. If you have it, you can drop your message as well and tell me who are the winners and the losers from the World Cup the World Cup team list that have been released. That's what I want to know from you. All right, sir. Finally, Benedict is here. Traffic, lateness, all over. Okay, it does happen sometimes. Okay, so I'm gonna like cut him some slack and just relax. But then let's look at all the squad of the players that are available for different countries. Maybe we'll juggle through the squad first, and then we'll get past that. We'll go to what's it called? We'll go to, how do I put it now? We'll go to those players that didn't make it, right? Maybe that's the best way we'll get it. But let me start with Benedict. Benedict, let me see, give you time to settle in. No, let me give him time to settle in. Actually, I don't rush him, but I know it's the traffic coming from where it's coming from and being able to make it every morning. I'm amazed. I tried to pass that road the other day and I was like, Jesus Christ, since how this place is bad, like how do you even survive it? Okay, but I mean, young man is always surviving it. Doesn't mean we should take it lightly, but he does survive it. He knows how he survives it. Benedict, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ida. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. It seems to be breaking up a bit, but it's such a lovely morning. I was on the bus, very, very rugged bus, and I was listening to podcasts around English squad. Everyone was asking me questions. Are they taking James? Are they taking all of that? But I'm happy to be here. I'm very unhappy about the squad as well.
Okay, what's your unhappiness about?
I saw a tweet on Twitter about the squad not going to England. Like I said, Ivan Tony, I'm very, very unhappy he didn't make it. Very, very unhappy.
I am indifferent. I didn't think he would make it anyway.
Well, and also Konogala I'm a big fan of Konogala. I know that about that.
But it's got a spark of magic.
No, that's too young. And
it's too young.
Ronaldo
Dalot was at the World Cup in '94, even though he didn't play.
Very, very good. But
Pele, you gave us the list of 2 players. How old is Konogala now?
Konogala is like 22.
How old was Mbappe when he won the World Cup?
18.
How old was Pele when he won the World Cup?
They left other reasonable and valuable players.
Who told you they didn't leave other reasonable and valuable players when they took Pele at 17 to the World Cup?
I think the point of what I'm saying is I'm not happy Konogala is there. And also,
why do you have a beef? Why do I sense like you have a beef for Konogala?
No, I love Konogala.
So, I love him. Why do you have a problem with him being on the squad?
I think that it's not his time. A lot of people deserve to be ahead of him. Everybody can.
Konogala is 22, and you think it's not his time?
It's not his time, no.
So you want him to get to 26 before going to the World Cup?
Very, very possible.
Damn. So who should make it that he took their spot? Remember that position. So he's a midfielder, right?
Yeah, they should have taken Jason Prowse because if you look at work ratio for a team of Southampton and a team of Crystal Palace and Chelsea combined together, they're very different. So Southampton just recently got loose of their manager, and he's been the one carrying the whole team, the captain. And come on, when it comes to the English national team, set pieces only.
So you want to pick a player that plays for Southampton over a player that plays for Chelsea, even though Chelsea
deserves it. If you look at set pieces, only Kieran Trippier in that side is better than James Ward-Prowse. James Ward-Prowse has scored more free kicks, almost the same amount of free kicks as David Beckham. That's something.
Okay, so for me, let me tell you this. I respect your position, your opinion, especially once they are backed with fact. No sensible person should argue against fact. You've got fact, you put fact on the table. But then, like they say, when I was coming up through the rank in this job, they say the media we would have our say, the coaches will have their way. Coaches have had their ways in their selection. Well, do I agree with that? I knew Anthony is not going to the World Cup because first off, he's a centre forward. I know that Rashford has got anointing from the Palace. That one makes him like must speak. He's an OB or is he? He's 90.
Yeah,
It's an OB already. So whether we like it or not, English people are more tribal. Are more tribalistic. Are more into eye service than any other part of the world. So I know that Rashford will take that spot. Harry Kane is untouched. So where was he going to? Who is he going to displace? If those two players are going to the World Cup, then he's not going to be able to displace anybody. So I know that one for sure. Conor Gallagher and WordPress, maybe, probably because of the team he plays for. I don't know. Maybe, but he's had some moment of sparks and brilliance that I also cannot deny. I'm talking about Conor Gallagher. Your position, your argument about what's it called? WordPress, it's not something that I can argue against because you presented facts that are incontrovertible. So yeah, I agree, but Southgate, it's over to you to explain that.
And Harry Maguire, although due to loyalty, those all these players are just loyalty. 20 of the players from the Euro 2020 squad are still there, so only 6 new additions. Jack Grealish is also untouchable. A lot of players there are just untouchable. That's just the bad.
I don't want to be talking about Jack Grealish because I'm trying to pretend like they know why that they're taking him in place of Man City under Pep Guardiola. Well, I am Walexi says good morning, Big Boss. Good morning to you. How you doing, man? Where is the next comment? I'm trying to see them. Estrova Mendel, it's been a while. He say, I'm sure Ben lives in Mowe Ibafo.
No, I don't stay in our houses.
No, where's that? What's the other end? What's the name of that area again?
Towards Ekpe, but not Ekpe.
It lives around Ekpe, on the perimeter fence of Ekpe.
Like a Leko, just say like.
Okay, Leko, okay, good. That's the perimeter fence of Leko. He said, if this England team get past first round, get past the round of 16, big kudos to Southgate. Midfield very ordinary. Okay, I think I agree with you, but the highest I think they can get to is quarterfinals. That I'm not even sure. The past round of 16, Southgate have performed miracle as far as I'm concerned because the squad looked very, very ordinary, very, very like many players look like not 100% fit, and some other players just are not in their form right now. Raheem Sterling, I don't know why he's going to the World Cup. I won't take Raheem Sterling to this World Cup if it is based on. And you know what pissed me off? So when coaches make their selection, I don't have a say. It's your selection. Carry it to your chest and say, okay, this is the players that I think I trust, I want to use, and I'm okay. Like Yakim Lowe in the last World Cup, and then it failed woefully. But when you now come out and say, I didn't pick Tammy Abraham because of form, and then you pick Kevin Phillips, please, nigga, please, where's the form with which you pick Kevin Phillips? Kevin Phillips have not kicked the ball this season. So what form were you judging when you picked him? So don't come out and say, oh, it's because of form. His form is not good. If there was 6 more weeks before the World Cup, maybe he would have made the team. But because he's not in form right now, his form has not been so good. That's why you didn't pick him. But then you went and picked Kevin Phillips. And then you pick Harry Maguire. I don't understand that part of the selection. But hey, he's the coach. He's going to carry the can at the end of the day. Let's read some messages from YouTube. Like I said, it's Friday. Throw up any question. Even Benedict, you're allowed to ask questions as best as you can. You know, in football, outside of football, let's get this whole Friday thing back. Somebody said that we're no longer doing that Friday thing where people are free to ask all questions. Please ask all questions, whatever question you want to ask more. That's why the talking point is not much today. We're going to focus on just the World Cup teams, the players that are selected, and the ones that were dropped. What's your take on them? But beyond that, you can ask any question. You have any question already?
Well, in case the Carabao Cup went down yesterday, that's not necessarily the question. I believe you've already talked about that. Manchester United and Aston Villa.
4-2.
Garnacho, Gary Taker, as I like to call him. Good for him.
What did you call him?
Gary Taker. I told my friend, I was like, bro, what's this now?
Well done. Well played. Are you trying to be like me?
No.
Okay.
No, his name sounds Gary.
I'm just asking.
Nah.
Okay. It does sound like you're trying to be like my clone.
No.
Okay.
How many players do I name?
Just you're going somewhere with this.
No,
It
I'm
starts from somewhere.
okay.
And so I'm just trying to be very sure. If let's see, don't clone me, just be you. Mr. Smile said he didn't need to give excuses. You left WordPress and picked Conor Gallagher, and then you pick Harry Maguire. You pick Harry Maguire, and then you come out and say it's by form. You pick Kevin Phillips. It's not even start training proper. Like I don't understand. Sha. Dangerous says, "Good morning, Mr. E. England they use jazz for tournament these days. So they might get lucky draws again, like World Cup 2018 and Euro. No. This is not gonna happen. No. That jazz not gonna work. Okay, Odini Rebeleka on YouTube. And I'm wondering, I'm sure you're wondering what's smelling in the studio, right?
Yeah, something smelling.
I brought my juju to the studio. Yeah, I brought my juju to the studio.
Yeah, go ahead.
I brought my juju. We will swear by this juju. If England get to the semi-finals,
my friend will say, even if you don't fear God, respect Jesus. Respect Jesus.
That'll be juju. That scented candle. Before people go, bloggers go and I say,
famous Nigerian sport analyst.
Bring juju, involve in voodoo, use voodoo to no wonder his prediction is always correct. He's been using voodoo since another. Okay, right. Let me read this one. Dangerous says, okay, I think I've read that one before, and he said, "I'm in the spirit to say I mentioned jazz this month." You know where? You know where? But then Rebecca say good morning, but good morning to you. Tosin. I can't say anymore. I think I need to start using glasses. So I need to go see my opticians. Tosin Iluyo, but this is good man. This Deji, you know where? Which spirit kill you there? That's what my late uncle used to say. My late uncle used to be pastor in Sele, okay? And any small thing, that man can lie, Sha. Uncle Tony from Uncle, you can lie. Anytime you see before God and man, I just thinking about you. Holy Spirit just mention him. So one I say, hey, Uncle, stop. I don't grow. I'm not a kid anymore. Don't ever tell that your Holy Spirit to stop mentioning me. Stop it. Because that your Holy Spirit is the fake one. That my uncle can lie, sir. God. I've seen people lie, but that my uncle. And then you know the funny thing, let me say this thing. I've never attended the service of song and be that angry ever in my life. So I traveled to Port Harcourt for my uncle's service of song, and I see people praising him. He was a good man, a nice man. He's this. He saved this person's life. He did this one. He did that one. All those things were lying. And then I went to go and call me and say, would I say something? First I declined. They asked them, no, that I should come and say something. I still decline again. And now they said, okay, I should come and say something. I said, okay. And I picked the microphone and I said, why are people lying in service of song? Is it that we think that because the man is not dead, he now have one kind Avengers power as a spirit? If you don't lie, he will kill you. I don't understand. Why are you people saying all these good things about this man? You people know that in this Choba, in this Uzoba, to Mboba, up to Shoba, all of you always talk bad of him. Like this man is this, is that. So why is everybody always those things that you normally say behind his back? Why this is still behind his back? Why don't you people say it now? Okay, for me, that man that you people describe is not my uncle. My uncle that I know is the very opposite of everything you have said. And since you asked me to say something, that's what I've got to say. Bye bye. That's how I left. And I grumbling people in my room. You think concern me? Now my uncle, he not gonna do, even if he come for spirit, he not gonna do anything. Okay. Precious 70K001. He say, how do I watch you live on YouTube? Just go to my YouTube channel, Elegbete TV Sports. Search for it. You will see the live stream. Subscribe to the channel. You will get notification all the time if you click on the notification button. Chicken out, you watch it. Chicken out. Okay. Precious 70K. Team that will win the World Cup have already released their squad list, while a team like Ghana is still playing politics with their list. See, nobody should tell me that I am the only one that have bad math to see people now. See people that their math is like the poison from Cobra math. And nobody should tell me that I'm the only one that have bad math. But let me read my YouTube, what's it called, messages. Lord Mayor, he said, boss, you be Brazil fan, Abi. I've always been. We, the Portuguese, go beat tonight. The day no go come, we Portugal will beat Brazil. The day will not come. 5 Ronaldo, 10 Figo put together. None of it. But this Portugal squad have talent too, but Ronaldo go see them. This Portugal squad for this World Cup. I saw the squad. I looked at that squad yesterday, but now Cristiano Ronaldo will kill them.
No, man.
The coach should have just been bold and just drop Ronaldo. Just be bold. Like they would have had a Ronaldo talking point World Cup and then the normal World Cup itself. If I was the coach of Portugal, I'd drop Ronaldo.
Well, you know, Ten Hag dropped Ronaldo and his sister came out and said, God does not sleep. So obviously, we won't like kind of bad.
Me, if I was the coach, I'll drop Ronaldo. I just drop him. Like, no, Ronaldo's not going. Ronaldo, if you want to go to Qatar, just go as a spectator. No, you're not going anywhere. Steve Oko, he says, so Abraham and Tomori couldn't make the English team. But what's your opinion? I don't have an opinion. I agree that Abraham have not been informed. I mean, scored 2 goals and made 4 assists this season, or scored 4 goals or made 2 assists. I don't know. And Tomori, but I think Tomori have done well. My own take is probably there's something I noticed. Most coaches don't watch other leagues. Like English people hardly watch other leagues.
Exactly.
So I could bet that Southgate does not follow the Italian Serie A. And so the only chance he had to watch this the Tomori, the first leg against Chelsea, he didn't play. Second leg, he came and played. They gave him red card. So for him, that's where he built all his judgment on. After that, there was no open window for him to monitor him, and then he decided, we don't need Tomori. But I'll pick Tomori any day over Harry Maguire. I can understand not taking Tammy Abraham because Tammy Abraham is not really informed. But you see the thing about all these things, that sometimes people play well for country and don't play well for club. So maybe that's the excuse for picking Harry Maguire as well. But I thought, I mean, from the explanation that Benedict gave in the studio here, I would give an inch for what price. But then I still think that I would back the coach for picking Gallagher, because I just think that Gallagher is like what Michael Owen was in 1998. He's that kind of player you bring him from the bench and might just help you change a very tight game, because he's not going to be playing under pressure. He's not like there's nothing at stake for him. It's just go and have fun, kick about. Younger players play with lesser pressure than older players, because older players now have a reputation to maintain. They need to protect something. This could be their last one. But for Conor Gallagher, this is his first one. If he doesn't get a good World Cup, he could still redeem himself 4 years from now and fly to the US, Mexico, and Canada and perform in an outstanding performance that people will forget what happened yesterday, the previous World Cup. So, Maradona was rubbish in 1982, and then 1986 he won the World Cup. 1990 took them to the finals, and then 1994 he rounded it up with the drug celebration against Greece, and then that was the end. But hey, in between, one good, one silver is still way better than 10 times appearing in the World Cup and only getting knocked out in the round of 16 or in the group stage. Okay, so let's go to Divine Toke. Say good morning, boss. Good morning to you, Ijabode Pundit, and the entire citizens of the entire Elevator TV Radio Kingdom. You never buy a Milosh, promise a fee. Tosin Iluyomade, he said England squad look nice, but let's wait for the tournament to start. That squad don't look nice in my eyes, but it depends. It said beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So it might look nice to you. So I don't want to rain on your parade. I love me. I say, why will Southgate take only one left back to the World Cup? The coach said, okay, I don't know why, but I think maybe he's going to this World Cup with the intention of playing a back three. I don't know, but
they've been using 3-4-3 for quite some time now, and I believe that's why it's been white utility at any given point.
So that's what when I saw the squad, I didn't even people were sending me a message. Why would the coach? Does it make sense? What's your opinion? I said this guy have made up his mind that I want to play a 3-4-3, 3-5-2, whatever, but he wants to play three at the back. And so that whole calculation of you must have like two, at least minimum two, like right back, two left back, yes, or probably three, doesn't come into play at this time. But then the funny thing is you have three additional players to the normal 23 that you take to the World Cup. I still think that I should have had like a second one at least. But hey, he's the coach, he's the gaffer, decide what he wants. I don't know. The Deji says the Portuguese coach just picked Ronaldo to avoid media attention before Ronaldo go cry for national TV. Ah, God, people get bad mad. People get bad mad to don't mess with people mad to it will. Precious MNK001. He said, I think the French national team midfield is weak. Is it just my, no, it's not just your opinion. Their midfield is actually weak. When you don't have N'Golo Kante, you don't have Pogba. As crazy as we may say Pogba is a power block, and they don't have that player in the team. They don't have N'Golo Kante who cover every blade of grass, who walk without even, knowing whether he's walking.
Verratti these days is not even here or there.
Verratti is caught between being a defensive midfielder and an offensive midfielder, caught between wanting to dribble and pass sometimes. So it's always caught between two minds. And let's see what it would do. But yes, I agree with you that midfield is weak. Akmas Baba say, hello, my people, waiting they play. I love you. I just stay here, they observe. Big up, Ross Brendo. Then you say the Portuguese coach, I think I've read that one. And Esteban Mendes showed up and say, Eto said Cameroon will win the World Cup. Is everything okay in Cameroon? Even the guy that said on the 9th, he said he would die. He said they're going to the World Cup to die. On the 10th, they're not picking him. I understand why the Cameroon coach not pick that guy. Okay, I know why. I can speak on behalf of Song, the coach of Cameroon. You don't go to the Middle East and be saying we go die, we go die, we go die. It's not a good figure of speech to use in the Middle East, because you can say we go die now. And one person just see at the airport, Abibi, you say we go die, Allahu Akbar. Poof. You don't want that kind of thing to happen. You don't want that kind of thing to happen. So the coach just look at it like, we never even go to the World Cup. This was saying what that. We are still crying, some of us are still crying from the death of Marc Vivian Foe. I was in that team with Marc Vivian Foe when he slumped and died in 2009. Our tears have not come out. We are still singing when I remember Vivian Foe, water, and I wear my. You saw one go die under my watch. No, die for your house. That's why the coach didn't pick it, because I said, no, there's no dying. No, then forget out of my side. There's no dying in this World Cup. There's too much controversy around this World Cup. They even do Netflix movie around this World Cup. No dying here. If somebody's going to die, please, Habibi, go and die for corner. Don't come and die with us. That's my own view of why the coach did not pick him anyway. Lord Mayor say, why was that get? Okay, I think I read that one. Divine Token say, I don't read the English team. Nothing they would do will excite me. I feel for Tammy and Tomori. Tammy would have been going to his second World Cup if he had played for Nigeria and if Nigeria qualified. There are too many ifs in one sentence. I they make person they be poor. If I just win this lottery, if I just waka just go there, as I just go, somebody wait with police, I'm by police just pursue, just throw one bag, give me, I just open a dollars, I fully say, no. That's how people stay in poverty. There are too many ifs in one sentence. Then I worry if this will happen. If Chelsea now play against Burnley, Chelsea now lose, and Man United now draw, and then Man City also lose by 5-0, Arsenal will now win the league title. I don't like that. That's Arsene Wenger's style. I know they do that. So. K.O. said, Ijabo de Pondit, did you just call Verratti in the French midfield? No issue. Ijabo de under rock.
I don't understand.
Marco Verratti is Italian.
Oh, it's Italian. I sorry, I mistook that.
So you didn't get what he was saying?
I was thinking of the last French midfielder, and I thought it was Marco Verratti. So I'm sorry.
This see, you know the funny thing. This guy is Isoko. I'm not just a throw shade on Ijabo people for nothing. Okay, I don't know. Sorry. No. See the boy that they cry now. I don't know the boy that cry now. Oh, sorry. Wipe your tears. Weep not, child. Okay. The Alara want to say good morning, Elebote. Good morning to you. Man United did a payback on Aston Villa yesterday. Yeah, payback for Carabao Cup. For Carabao Cup, now be payback. Now, wow. Lord Mayor, he said, boss, how do you see the Eric Tenag use major first team players for almost all competition he's playing. Would Man United players get exhausted?
He has a job.
There is something called when you have only one egg, you do everything to make sure say you cook away, make you say shop. The man right now, the league, not in the show. So he's playing his best player every competition so that they're not going to say, now because I don't play best competition, best players, that make lose. Don't forget that he's coaching a club, the only club in the world that have principalities and powers. The principalities and powers of 92 have not rise up against him and raise the standard against him. So he's trying his best to win every competition. Before they now say he does not have the Man United mentality, that the Man United mentality is to win all competition. In 1999, they won the treble, blah, blah, blah. They leaked Tom and treble. So he wants to continue. No, let him do. Okay? If they burn out, let them burn out. Right now, they have not burned out. Their candle is still lighting like this. It's still lighting. You see this candle? It go light, till the World Cup finish like Olympic torch. You go see the light. I never say anything. This candle will light for the whole of the World Cup. This whole studio is scented like pineapple and some strawberry. Okay, so when I leave at my bag, before principality will come now, say want to do something. When I leave everything hand. Oduni Remeleko, he said the Kevin Phillips selection was a surprise shot. Them go surprise and game for the World Cup. And you know what amazed me with the picking of Kevin Phillips is I'm just thinking sometimes when these things happen, I say, okay, let me bring it up to Nigeria. Imagine a Nigerian coach picked Kevin Phillips. 90% of Nigerian pundits, analysts, and fans would have said he collects money. They don't pay him. But when they see them talk like that, what do Igbo people do? They say, okay, it's the coach decision, we respect it, we leave it like that. But if Nigerian coach ain't doing, then they respect it. They've given him money, they've not given him money. They collected this one, they didn't collect that one. I just don't know, shy. But more leave it like that. Lemantis 123 says, I can't figure that name. Lemeritus, says, Chief Medemede, I need your expert view on Potter's coaching acumen, please, sir. So first of all, let me tell you this one. I don't talk my position about Potter. I've said it many times. English coaches are not good, even though there is one called Eddie Howe that is trying to prove me wrong. But English coaches are not good at all. I can never, ever, 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 ever rate an English coach because these are my standard. These are my marking scheme. The English Premier League have been on for 30 good years. It is the only league in the world that the coaches of its country have never won at least one. From 1992 to now, a Scotsman won 13 titles, a Frenchman won 3, Italians have come and won it, Brazilians have come and won it. Did Scolari win the league? I don't think. No, Scolari didn't win it. So let's leave Brazilians out. Portuguese have come and won it. Different people have come and won it. But hey, English coaches have not won it. Not that one. The English FA Cup, for God knows how long now, I can't remember the last time an English coach won the English FA Cup. Even the League Cup. Okay? So I put my hands up and I said to myself, English coaches are not good. When Potter came in, the English press did a fast one on everybody. Instead of telling us, okay, his coaching ability, what he's done and all that, they said he went to the military academy to learn human psychology. That's what I studied. That's what I did my master's. Human psychology. It does not mean that will make you a good coach. It just means you would have the temperament to understand people. But at the same time, coaching is not just basically about understanding people. That's a general skill to deal and relate to people. You can use that skill to manipulate people, understand people, relate to people, and all that. But then, when it comes to coaching, you have to know how to pick the right players. And his biggest deficiency as a coach is the fact that he does not have a first 11. This has got nothing to do with Chelsea. This has been his consistent behavior. And then he also have created a pattern of abandoning ship when they need him the most. I'm not sure Chelsea is going to need him the most too. This weekend, Chelsea are playing against who? Newcastle. Newcastle like to hit people for 4. Hey, they be 4x4. I'm not saying they are dog, but they are 4x4. My Calabar people, I'm not saying dog. I'm saying 4x4, 4x4. They hit people 4x4. So at this rate, they beat them again, and that would be like they beat them twice in the league. Yeah. Brighton, Arsenal, they lost in the Carabao Cup to Man City. Okay, that one is understandable. If Newcastle beat them, that's 4 losses on the bounce, 3 in the league, and 1 in the Carabao Cup. Wahala dey o. Who say wahala no dey for Chelsea fans? And they know. Okay. So that's the way I see it. Until English coaches prove me wrong, well, I don't think I'm taking them serious. But Eddie Howe, even in the part of me saying English coaches are not doing well, are not good enough, Eddie Howe in this season, in just this season, on the back end of last season upwards to this season, I've overachieved. I still need to give him his credit. It's now nothing is won yet, just the same way I thought nothing is won yet, but I still need to give him his flower because by English coaches standard, where he is right now with what he's doing, having not signed any big name, and then with the injuries, it's also hard. Credit to him. But English coaches are losers. And Chelsea, unfortunately for Graham Potter, Chelsea is not like West Ham, Everton, Brighton, and over and the rest. Chelsea, alongside Chelsea, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, are the 4 most successful clubs in the last 20 years of European and world football. And if you're going to coach that club, you can't tell them, oh, be patient with me. Please be patient. Cancelo, whatever will be. That's a club where you're walking through the door and you look at all the pictures hanging on the wall, and most of 90% of the picture, if not 99% of the pictures, somebody's lofting up a trophy or 2 or 3. So you don't go there and tell them, be patient. Hey, all these people that came by you, they did patient too. Some came 6 months, they don't win Champions League. Some came 3 months, they don't win FA. So your job is to win. When you come into Chelsea, the conversation, I know that there's a new owner, there's a new structure, but the tradition of this club is winning. You're going to win something for them. I am not convinced that against the odds, Graham Potter will win any trophy. Not now in Calabar Cup, don't come out. You understand me? Now the Calabar issue, when I say, man, I just go use that one shop. They don't ban me from going there. So it's going to be difficult. Are they going to win the FA Cup? I don't know. With Chelsea, with under Graham Potter, this is his first time of coaching in the Champions League. Would Chelsea win the Champions League? I can bet my life on that one as well. So let's move further down. Benedict is still here in case you guys are wondering.
So earlier when I said my favorite, I meant Blaise Matuidi. Sorry, I meant Blaise Matuidi.
His Blaise is still in that squad.
He was in the 2018.
Yeah, and it was fantastic.
Yeah,
but I don't think they named him in this squad.
No, it's already 35 years.
Blaise is a workaholic now, but he's old. Like, I mean, it's past his time. That time is gone. Okay. Who are the other guys? Somebody.
So okay, here is ESPN's UK England left at home starting 11. In goal is Dean Henderson. Right back, you have Joe Gomez. Two defenders are Fikayo Tomori and Maguire, and Ryan Sessegnon.
Oh, the ones that they didn't pick.
The ones they didn't pick. Then in defensive midfield, we have James Ward-Prowse and Greg Chase. While the 3 ahead of them is
Wait a minute. Pause. Were they expecting that Greg Chase will go to the World Cup?
I don't know.
This body know what racism is.
Then Harvey Barnes, Jared Bowen of West Ham.
That's true. Harvey Barnes is not going to the World Cup.
Impressive last season. I think
mother effer.
Then Jadon Sancho wide ahead of all of them.
No, Jadon Sancho not play football. He went to a bad club. As Man United is a career killer, and then the year one.
So that's the starting 11.
Jadon Sancho was doing better than Jude Bellingham at Dortmund.
Yeah, of course.
Now Jude Bellingham is going to the World Cup.
And he's not going.
He went to the graveyard. That's what happened.
So that's the starting 11 there.
Right, Deji says, my Jabo de just the shop straight bullet for the show. Right on. My town people, nothing do you. Okay, let me read to underscore 123 say Chief Mende. I need your okay. I think I've said that one before. Esteban Mende, I say this one European powerhouse are being depleted, injuries and all. Advantage to the South Americans. And even if they're not getting injured before, now then still get advantage this time. Okay, let me just say I love this man's. Thank you very much, boss. So let's go to YouTube and see. Let me say, boss, I beg, lie give us small, make we catch you. I don't understand. I want to tell the lie now. The lie what you mean why? Okay, man, tell you one lie. I get one dream in my head. I want to buy a private jet. No, that's not like that's like a wish. That's like a dream. I like to get private. Like, how would it be like if I have a private jet and I'm doing this show inside the plane?
You know what? Don't tell the line. I just tell it in the middle of any other thing, and let's see if they can depict it.
I don't know. It's not gonna flow.
All right.
My behavior will make them know. Okay. The other one you said, man, why? When is Nigeria going to release? Okay. Are you going to release their list for the World Cup now? I can't
Yeah,
wait.
yeah, it's true. They should release their team for the World Cup.
Yeah, we will release it. The coach, I spoke to the coach yesterday. The coach said after the game against Portugal, the full team list will be released. Una too father.
I think Lukman is in the
Una
team.
too they mad.
Because Osimhen is in the
No,
team.
if Osimhen didn't make it. I know.
Because Osimhen didn't make it.
they
See,
make
one
it.
for them made their
They
own
will
made.
never make it. Scanowako is on the squad.
Oh, Johnny Gallo.
Ojo Gallo is a goalkeeper.
Mikel Obi was assistant manager.
Yes. Mikel Obi is the assistant manager. Una father. The other one, I bring this conversation up. Yeah, me, Dana, my beautiful, all smiling sister. Big Uncle E say, good morning, no. So far, now as Maguire take enter Southgate list, I don't understand. And see, nobody, Celestial Church people say, nobody will understand the way success will come into your life. Just the same way nobody understand how water to enter coconut. Leave am. There are some things. You don't know, Maguire, I was told that Maguire, family members, all of them went to Celestial Church to go and pray. They were just Judge Jehovah, Holy Michael, Holy Ure. Hey, they were singing Jerry Moyama. They say the man has made the squad, okay? He entered the squad. Other people, they like, don't worry, my form will speak for me. This form, let it speak. Oh. You see that way Kevin Phillips get? That Celestial Church. I never said it. This World Cup. Some teams are going to beat the 5-0 for first match. Opening match, boom, 5-0. Big control. Okay, the fight. I hate this England. Then get lost. Say that they first off, England is in a walkover group. Like you can take Plateau United to that group, they will still qualify. If not, England for beat the first match 5-0. For they will settle their mind, give the next game 3-0. The last game, the British press journalists go to quarrel for playing the comeback home because they know what was the last game. You know what I said it. Yeah, when I say when Nigeria leads, they come out. As them say, Tunisia, they come out from World Cup and will they replace them. And then she went further down to say, Big Uncle E, make I carry you, enter BB small. What is your thought on this whole carry anti-Semitism saga? Why are black people suddenly wanting to be Jews so bad in this? In all honesty, I do not really understand. The drama is too much, but I think that black people have taken the act of eye service to a whole new level. Right? I was telling a friend of mine who's in Detroit. I said, listen, Greg, if this was a white guy that said this thing, it would have blown over. People would just ignore it and it will blow over. But because the black guy, some of the black guys want to dissociate themselves, want to show just the same way the cause of the Kardashian affect the brain of Kanye West, and every black person wants to have an opinion about Kanye West, what he said and what he didn't say, and everybody think if we blackball him, that's the best. Kyrie is a good basketball player, but a whole lot is going on lately, and the way the Jews are designing this world, you can't speak about them. You can only praise them. You can only do eye service and praise them, and that's why I think. Now, let me not say this thing that I want to say now. For religious people would take it out of me, but I just don't. When I see the way things are going on in the world, I just think that the Bible was written to manipulate all of us. Because I mean, you can't be doing wrong and you say people shouldn't talk about it, but people should praise you all the time. I mean, it doesn't work. It doesn't really work like that. That's my opinion anyway. But I feel for Kyrie, and I hope he's strong enough to overcome, get past it, and tell a better story at the other side. You know. There is always two sides to a story. I hope he's able to tell a better story in the future on the long run in this one. But I feel for him. Let me say, boss, why it be say Nigerian list for World Cup now generational? Because next World Cup, not be this squad go the World Cup. I wish I understand what you just said, But honestly speaking, I won't lie. I will raise my hands up and say, I don't understand what you said. I read it in English, but it sounds like it's written in Greek. Please, if you can, help me translate so that I can understand what you said. Shodik Okbayami say, good morning, Elegbete. It be like say you don't attend Celestial Church before. The way you sang the hymn make me to suspect you. I've attended every church. I've attended Church of Satan. Yes, I have.
Seriously?
Yes, in New York. I want to show you something in New York. That's so 7 Book of Moses I say people should not read. I read it from cover to cover. Now, I'm adventurous in nature. Like, I've gone to a voodoo priest before. I've sat down with a voodoo priest and tried to understand what it does. I've been to a mosque before and I stayed from the start to the end. I read, yes, you've been to a mosque, right?
Yeah.
I read the Quran. I read the missing verses. I'm a curious human being. Like, I don't like status quo. Because I'm tired of the status quo, gotta be more. I see, maybe because I did science, right? So I'm always saying, this person that wrote this book wrote for one person. There's gonna be the person that is writing the other side, the opposite version of the story, or the person that is writing for the other person. And then even what is written in this read, I question it. To be very fair, in terms of reading books, the Quran, I like the Quran more than the Bible. I'm a Christian, but I like the Quran more than the Bible. Because the Bible, let's not talk about it. The contradiction is too much.
So much.
Shanikba, earlier on I told you my uncle was a shepherd. So if I use the word pastor, like Selene to get pastor. My uncle was a shepherd in Celestial Church. I didn't attend the church, but I was living in that church compound while I was in Port Harcourt. So one way or the other, I know what's up. Okay. Yeah, I mean that I might say knowledge is for those who are adventurous. The word is for exploration also. Hello to you guys in the studio too. That's a greeting from Yemi Dynamite. Uncle E, you get Dada. I did suspect you, sir. I was born with dreadlock. I've never gone to a salon to do my hair. Cutting today is going to come back again. So I was born with it. Like, this is how my hair has been since I was born. I try to comb it if I want to weave my hair. If I cut this and I like, okay, I want to start weaving my hair, then I'll cut it and then good. No, so I would try my best to see how it go. Lord Mayor, he said, say most of our players now, next World Cup, most of them will be 28, 29, 30 plus. By then, Nigerians will prefer a younger upcoming squad. No, but there are a lot of players in this squad. If they stay informed, that will make the next World Cup if we qualify or when we qualify. Victor Sima will be in the next World Cup. Siri Desa will be in the next World Cup. Teremofo will be in the next World Cup. Kevin Bassey will be in the next World Cup. Shemi Ajayi will be in the next World Cup. Olaina will be in the next World Cup. Zaidu might be in the next World Cup. In that midfield, I don't think Wilfred Ndidi will be there, but I think Alex Obi will still be in the next World Cup. Joe Aribo might still be at the next World Cup. Who again? Taiwa Wani will still be at the next World Cup. And I'm not sure if Kelechi Iheanacho. That's 10 already. And the goalkeepers that we have, all of them, and maybe apart from Akpeyi, but will still be at the next World Cup. What's this guy that plays for Club Brugge now? The defensive midfielder that played for Club Brugge.
Frank Onyeka.
Frank Onyeka, yeah. Onyeka will still be at the next World Cup. Frank Onyeka might be at the next World Cup. So I don't think there is much changes that would happen. This is just on the cuff of my hand. I've picked 15. And 4 years from now, some people would have learned their lesson from Tomori, Eberecheze, Michael Olise, and the rest of them, and then they would change their nationality and decide to play for Nigeria. So the squad will have a perfect blend and a perfect mix. I don't really think that we would have that old, you know what I mean, when they say, oh, they're tired legs. I don't think we would have that one at the next World Cup if we qualify. Let nobody sit here and assume or imagine and take it for granted, oh, then we're Nigeria and you don't know, we'll just qualify. No. Because that's how we felt about this World Cup, and look at us now. Okay, so we've also created a record. Now, as an analyst, working the numbers, I will tell you that Nigeria have created a pattern that says after every 3 World Cup qualification, they will lose out at 1. So let me break it down. We qualify for 1994, we qualify for 1998, we qualify for 2002, then we fail to qualify for 2006. Watch the pattern. Then we qualify for 2010, we qualify for 2014, we qualify for 2018, and then we did qualify for 2022. So when something happens once, mistake. Second time, coincidence. But anything thereafter, as an analyst, we are trained. That's how we brought the 16 years for Italy. Every 16 years they play in the finals. This year, Italy was supposed to go to the finals, but now not qualifying, they've broken that 16-year generational appearance at the World Cup finals. They were supposed to go to the finals and go and lose. Look at it. 1982, they were in the finals, they won it. 16 years later, it was 1994, they were in the finals, they lost. And 2006, they were in the finals again. They won. They won. You know, so this was supposed to be the year they get to the finals. Look, now there is also a 24-year gap that is in the World Cup. Countries that have won the World Cup and have gone around without winning it, the next 24 years, if it falls in the World Cup year, they most likely will win it. That's how I was able to predict Germany winning last World Cup. So 1970, Brazil won the World Cup. It took them 24 years in 1994 to win the World Cup. Germany won the World Cup in 1990. By 2014, it was 24 years. Now, I'm giving trade secrets on the show today. Normally, I normally don't do this, but you know, you have to look at all of this too when you're doing this job and you start thinking, how do I stand out? What's that thing that I can do that will make me be better than my next person, my colleague, we're not really competition. I don't think I have a competition in the job, but other people that are doing the job. It is this type of thing that I build my anchor. I put my pin on. I say, okay, because I know that the universe, history always repeats itself, or humans always repeat history.
So if you now look at like the Brazil 20 years cycle I gave there, and you think my life happened like 2002 they won, 1982 they knocked them out, they won the competition, 1962 they won. Did they win?
No, they won 58. They didn't win 62.
Okay, they won
62. Yes,
they
won 62 in Chile. They won 58 in Sweden. They won 62 in Chile. Yeah,
that was the previous 3.
Yeah,
and then they were supposed to host 42, although World War
yeah
allowed them. So 20 years from now, also one guy with who knows.
Yeah, it just might work. So that's you not creating. So the thing about it is sometimes we don't own it. We wait. If a white man says it, oh, okay, that guy is correct. That's why I always get pissed when people say octopus. I feel like, what's wrong with you? I started predicting before one stupid octopus Paul that they don't fry comma. Why would you rate an octopus above me? Like I always get pissed about it. And people say, oh, you're arrogant. No, I'm not arrogant. I'm better than the octopus. Octopus was just one tournament. I've been doing this shit since 2007. You guys didn't take me serious, but one stupid octopus showed up and then you want to compare me with the octopus. It doesn't make sense. But people don't understand. So those are the trade secrets in competition like this. For league, is different. For league, you have to align, like all of the stars have to align. 2016 was a very good example. Look at 2016. The team that won the World Series, the team that won the NBA, Cleveland Cavaliers, Leicester City winning it, and there's another team that won Enugu Rangers. So 2016 was that year when the stars aligned and the unusuals happened in football. 2004 was also one of those two too. 2004, Greece won the Euros. Yeah. FC Porto won the Champions League. Which team won there's something else again that was won in 2004. So those are some of the things you look at. As an analyst, you take notes, you take your book, you write it down because it's going to happen again. When it's going to happen, when that pattern begin to realign themselves, like this year now, it's looking like something similar is going to happen. Arsenal being on top of the league, unusually like this, and the World Cup going to be played in an unusual month of the year.
Yeah.
Some of these things, you could not take a pencil or a biro and start writing down and say, some things are most likely going to happen. Let me be the first person that chronologize them in the order in which they happen. So when they happen, when you start talking about them, people are like, hey, why did this guy? Because nobody's taking note right now. The universe is just happening. We are just coming back. This is the first World Cup after the world press reset button through COVID, right? So the world is reset. It's like we're starting afresh again from the Garden of Eden. So you have to look at certain things that happen. We're on the precipice of history on different fronts. Look at certain things that happen. We've just had the first Gen Z elected into the US Congress, right? So all of these things are histories that you should be like, you just pencil them down, and then you see one of those things happen, and then you cannot use them to judge when maybe in 10 years or 15 years or 20 years time similar occurrences is happening. You could predict what will happen. We use event to predict history. That's just it anyway.
Why doesn't it work every time?
No, it doesn't work all the time. It doesn't. You have to be that bold. See, to make prediction, you have to be bold. You say to yourself, if I perish, I perish. Okay, so what if I get it wrong? But how would it sound if I get it right? That moment of standing in front of your mirror or being in the shower, you know, like all the greatest idea come from the toilet. You're in that shower, you're in the toilet, and then the idea just come. I say, okay, I'll go and I'll say it. That's how I'll take my phone to the toilet. I leave all those people that are health officers tell you, bacteria suppression, let the bacteria stay. I've lived on the streets all my life, so leave bacteria. I'll just write it down. So I think that's one of those things. But for you, take away Argentina and Brazil. Who do you think in this World Cup is going to produce a surprise winner? Who do you think?
Very, very, very hard question. Because France, England are very automatic.
No, those are not. If those people win it, they are never surprised. Okay, if England win it, it's a big surprise. But if any France win it, France are the defending champions. They are definitely going to, unless they break the course. Again, France is on the verge of history.
Yes.
In 1998, France started a course, the defending champion course, okay, where the defending champions in 1986, the defending champion, 1986, Argentina won it, and then the defending champion in 1990, they went all the way to the finals. Germany won it in 1990, and they got all the way to the quarterfinals, if I'm not mistaken, in 1994. But then when France won it in 98, the course of the defending champion started in 2002. And so in 2002, France went to the World Cup with top 3 top goal scorers in Europe. Trezeguet was a top goal scorer in Italy. Thierry Henry was top goal scorer in England. Djibril Cissé was the top goal scorer in France. Yet they didn't score a single goal.
They
didn't get past the group stage. And then the winner of the 2002 World Cup was Brazil. They got knocked. Did they get knocked out in the group stage?
In 2006 World Cup, 2002 Brazil won.
Yeah. 2006
Brazil got knocked out in the quarterfinals.
In the quarterfinals, they got knocked out. Then you jump that one. And then the 2006 winner was Italy. In 2010, they got knocked out in the group stage. And Joao. Yeah. Korea. 2010 winner was Spain. 2014, they got knocked out in the group stage. 2014 winner was Germany. 2018, they got knocked out in the group stage.
Yeah, South Korea.
So France are on the verge of undoing what they did when they started, right? So they can break that course and get past the group stage, and then we'll start telling the different story.
I'm also, like I said, I don't know if you listen to the show, France of rising and falling. They barely go 2 years, 2 competitions straight and impressed.
Yeah.
Barely. About 1994, 1998, where Cantona, everything happened, they couldn't go all the way to
They didn't qualify. So.
In 1994, they didn't qualify?
No.
Okay, then, okay. So why?
94, they didn't qualify. That was the match where they played. That's how Bulgaria qualified now.
Okay.
And that's how they disbanded that team and then started a new team.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's never happened. Rising and falling, 1998, 2002, 2006, they go far, the next year they don't go. So I think the Netherlands are one of the teams, apart from Germany, they've been in the final, they've been finalists the most, second position in the World Cup. So Netherlands, like you said yesterday, obviously they're going to pull some big threat. But
so for you, who's your
team,
usual team that might win the World Cup?
Poland are going to throw something. Okay. They're going to throw something out of the second world, if I may put it that way, footballing generation. So Poland are going to pull something. But the other day when we talk about Calvin Bassey, I just felt like the Netherlands national team defense, Virgil van Dijk not being good. The other player who plays at Ajax is most likely to be his partner, the Timbre, as pronounced. Are they really gonna do it? So if the trenches are Calvin Bassey, they better look at the outside. I believe the other day someone told me that Poland is gonna support Poland. Then I stopped to think about it. Maybe it might just be. South Korea did theirs in 2018, but they didn't go past the round of 16. But maybe.
For me, I have 3 teams that are dark horses for this tournament: the Netherlands, the Portuguese team. If Cristiano Ronaldo's demons don't disturb them, they really do have a very good team. A team that could come together if they don't do a Belgium on themselves and self-implode. The Danish team. Denmark have this Icelandic behavior going into this tournament. This pity for me. They have this pity for me. You know, we have Eriksen, we have a heart condition, almost died in the Euro. That kind of thing, that is what they have. and you're going to underrate them at your own peril. So I think they might qualify from their group, and then they will fight on. They're not the team that will beat anybody 5-0. Okay, they're not the team that will show up and overrun everybody, but they're like Switzerland going into any tournament. Switzerland don't know how to lose. Switzerland have never attended the tournament where they got bashed. They came to the 2010, they played every game till they got knocked out. They didn't lose a single game. That's the kind of team that they are. So they will just go there and do meke like this. They win you. Okay, so I'm looking at those three teams as my dark horses. Portugal, because of the squad they have. Like, Portugal really do have a squad that if the demons of Cristiano Ronaldo does not distract the team, if the coach is bold enough to see that Cristiano Ronaldo, you can't be playing 90 minutes in every game, get the hell out of this team, let these guys play their game, and then Cristiano Ronaldo inspire them because his future career, I have a future career in coaching, inspire them from the bench, they just might win it. Okay, they are the dark horses. That's like eliminating the clear odds-on favorite Argentina to win it. And then again, FIFA could also script this thing in such a way that Messi will lead Argentina to the finals, Cristiano Ronaldo will lead Portugal to the finals. The both of them will play. Messi will score the winning goal. Cristiano Ronaldo will cry. Messi will cry the tears of joy. Then everybody finally decided, and this fantasy. We finally round it up like that. Any Asha? I wish. Like, there's so many comments on the Jumbotron of the YouTube channel that I have to read it, even though time is up, but I have to read everything here. Here's a Patrick. No, let me not stop right there. I think I'll pass it. Okay. Okay, Lord Mayor. I miss most of your. Okay, I think I've read it. As a Patrick, say good morning, everyone. Divide. Okay, I say, and both cases of not qualifying, we were ousted by away goals rules. Right. Good. That's another addition to, like, you not put all of this and say, okay, this is the sequence, head to head, blah blah blah, away goal rule, and all those things. You start saying, if Nigeria definitely now will qualify for the next 3 World Cup. Like, I've tagged the next World Cup, that's the Japan World Cup. Yes. So we will go not come back. So the next president of Nigeria will have 1 year remaining on his tenure, and whatever he does in the country, whether he pushes the economy in the right direction, whether dollar at that time is exchanging at $1 to 10,000, God forbid, we don't pray it happens. That means we're already dead anyway as a country. But whatever happened, it will be the Japan World Cup, because even if the economy is doing well, some people want to run to Canada and the US. And also, that's why everybody's running to. Like, Mexico is not a place anyway, because if I go there and I go shop tacos, 30 tacos will come over my ear. I go send drugs. Okay, so I know that that's what's going to happen. So Nigeria is going to qualify for that one. Nigeria is going to qualify for the World Cup after that one. Then the 3rd World Cup, Nigeria qualify after that one. It's where we cannot sit in the studio. Probably you will be doing it then. I won't be here doing it. You'll be the one I will not say, I put my life on the line. Nigeria will not qualify for this World Cup. And people will hate you. You will know what hatred is all about. I remember when I said Nigeria will not qualify for a Nations Cup. Oh God. The hatred. And when I said Chelsea will get knocked out of the group stage and go and win the Europa Cup after winning the Champions League in 2012. Chelsea fans, like, they could shoot me through the phone. All right, let me read these messages and see. Here's the Patrick. He said, if something goes wrong in May 2023, Nigeria will lose a lot of ground in all sectors, sports inclusive. The election, is it May or February? I think it's May. No. Are you sure? It's still February. It's not May. May is handover. Yami Dynamite, he said, 2022 looks like an unusual year. True. Lord Mayor, he said, Aimba win CAF Champions League. Yeah, that's what I wanted to remember. Aimba defended their CAF Champions League in 2004 too. Yami Dynamite, he said, like play, we fit see a new World Cup winner, and also Arsenal might go on to win the EPL or Europa unexpectedly. Arsenal cannot win Europa. Arsenal does not have what it takes to win Europa. But, I mean, anything can happen in the league. My mouth's not for here, but I don't want to talk about. Lord Mayor said Portugal surprise winners. Nah, they won't win it. It's not in them. Yemi Dynamite, Denmark and Portugal winning would be a surprise too. Yes, it would. Lord Mayor, Netherlands too, my surprise winner. Perennial underachievers. They had their chance to win the World Cup in 74 and 78, but they lost it out to Germany and Argentina. But the Argentina own, we can understand anyway. We can understand that one. Okay. Uche say, bros, I'd love to come to your studio one of these days. Okay, when you're ready, I'm ready for you. Lord Mayor, what's it called? Divine, okay, he said Denmark are true dark horses. Yes, you joke with them and then they literally swallow you before you think of starting the game. It's a Patrick, he said, Lord Mayor, you and this your inner spirit, eh? Okay. And then Eze Patrick is laughing, and then he says, your inner spirit did not favor MFM. Let me say that MFM squad now. Eze Patrick, he said, May 2023, the handover. I pray nothing goes wrong. That month will be crucial in our history, just like MKO's time. No, and the handover, that's not what you should be praying. Pray for the February. Maybe the handover easily. There's not going to be a problem with handing over power. I don't think Nigeria will not have problem with handing over power. The real thing you should focus on is the election itself, the election proper. Diogo was here. Okay. Let me see a few ones that I can read. Let me read them and get out of the studio for you since. Okay, it's not showing clearly.
So let me ask you, what happened to Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia? What happened to them?
The breakup?
Not the breakup, their World Cup appearances. They were big, because they were threats at some point.
That's why they became Serbia and Croatia and the rest of them. They broke up.
Oh, they broke up?
Yes.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Okay.
That's why you have one player that played for 4 different countries. There's a player that played for 3 or 4 different countries in the World Cup. So it's where you have all those Croatia, Serbia, Bosnia, and Herzegovina. That's where they all came from.
Okay.
Yeah, they broke up. Okay, so MNK said, boss, he mean the next World Cup in 2026 if Nigeria qualify. Okay, I've seen that one. Akwas Baba say, religion was brought as means to subdue us as black people. I don't want to hear anything about it. I just laugh at them. Now one pastor, they form power, but hide it. Akbos. How many times I call you? I said, I want pastor, they form power, but I decide bulletproof car. I beg Jare. Ogu. Oh, Ogu Fire Mariana. He said, you sure? You sure, my kind sir? I appreciate adventurous, curious, and non-conformist. Okay, yeah. Dear Cop, wonderful guy with a great voice. So you hear that guy who always says that our naked bath. This is the guy, all the way from Canada. Fantastic guy. This is one of like the beginners of the radio station, like the beginners. People will believe. Short, he said we'll have a radio station even before we have one. Okay, he said best analyst in the world. Fire. Okay. Let me say, sir, which African country do you realistically think might do well this coming World Cup, and what are their chances? I thought it was going to be Cameroon and Senegal, but this one that their inspirational captain Sadio Mane is not going to the World Cup might psychologically draw them back, or probably might make them just gather themselves and say, okay, if not die, we die there.
The news about I don't forget to say that seeing which doctors in Senegal will ensure that Sadio Mane goes to the World Cup.
Well, let's see.
Okay.
If we not begin to do good now, then all of us will just go join with yourself. K.O.W. say, bros, he said, now the voodoo where the Abuja Stadium be that make them not just take us back to that stadium, as we never qualified to a major tournament in that stadium. Okay, that's another angle to the conversation. Therefore, I say, you don't have badges. I would have bought some now. And if I don't get badges, but for YouTube, what's that thing that they do again? You can send us money on YouTube.
Yeah, you can.
But this guy sent me money like without YouTube. So what's the whole YouTube thing? Okay, Diakobi says, he said, if you don't record this show, I won't be happy. It's on YouTube now. It's on YouTube, so you can go and watch it anytime. Okay, Ogufaya Maria say, Omo, I learned this morning, I need to rewatch this particular show with this expository. I love it. Okay. Galactico say, please upload this section. I just joined. Okay, you will get it. I will upload it. And he said, thanks, brother. Okay. Please don't talk of Denmark. Why? I think Denmark are the true dark horses. Okay, if any team will through something, I am going for Denmark. Okay, I think maybe one to say if anything will do something. Pressure somebody can say, boss, you need to dedicate one day of your show to the next election. Jesus Christ. Abande William, where is my chocolate? Abande will enjoy very late. Okay, so we gotta go now. And as a Patrick say, bros, quick one. I feel I sell market yesterday for Idumuta last week, and some Agbero say make I pay them for selling. I dey fear this Lagos in 5 years. Oh, as a Patrick say, well, you guys know how you do your Idumuta. I really don't know anything about how Idumuta work, but I think it will calm down. As a Patrick say, Mane is going to the World Cup, but on doctor's care. If they go deep into the tournament, he might play. Okay, since they carry Federal Capital to Abuja, Nigeria never get head at all. Well, there is a different angle to that. I will not agree, because even when Federal Capital de Lagos, Nigeria really get ahead. That's one. Two, all of the states that are not doing well, is it the Federal Capital that is in Abuja that's responsible for it? I don't think so. Well, we gotta go now, Benedict. Any last word before we pack our bags and packages and leave this place?
Make sure you're on Monday, please. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do follow me on
Guys,
Instagram.
follow Benedict on Instagram. Where's the handle again?
At Benedict Eki1, EKI, and just one.
Okay, follow him, because when I'm not here and he's doing the show, he's always live on Instagram, so you can follow him on his Instagram page as well. Thank you very much. God bless you, and have for yourself a wonderful and an amazing weekend. Let me go back to being a house husband and a daddy. Okay, I've got cooking to do. I need to go to the market. I got laundry work to do. I got a whole lot of things to do. Thank you very much for being with me on Instagram, on YouTube, and on the radio link. God bless you, and please engage our content on YouTube. Thank you, and God bless you.